Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Fuego here.
Back with another recent review, I guess we should say.
Review.
Yeah, complete with all the stuttering. But we are here to talk about The Babysitter today. This one's been a long time coming.
Yeah, and not to be confused with The Babysitter with Alicia Silverstone.
I'm pretty sure no one was thinking that, but all right. This has actually been requested from when it first dropped on Netflix about a month ago.
Yeah, we did a trailer reaction for it too.
We did, and it looked good. It did look good. I don't know why it took me quite so long to get to it, except the fact that I was trying to put together all kinds of other episodes between Thanksgiving and Christmas time. But
I think it's because it was directed by Nick G, and Nick G did that horrible Terminator movie, and he did like the Charlie's Angels films and a lot of music videos, and so. I wasn't too excited based on the director, but the talent involved and the tone of the film looked like something right up our alley. Gory and funny and silly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Luckily, it turned out to be all of those things.
Yeah.
After all.
I had a lot of fun with this movie.
Yeah, really, I did too. I was surprised at how much I actually enjoyed it. So there's a lot to talk about, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funnier than I actually anticipated it being.
Same
it was
here.
Definitely gorier than I anticipated it being. And I enjoyed the relationship that they built up at the beginning of the movie between the kid and his babysitter a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, it was really endearing. And once again, this is like in another review that we did about The Devil's Candy, about taking the care to have the characters have real connection and you care about them when stuff starts to get messed up. And it helps filmmakers. It really does. Come on, guys.
And this definitely did. We get a good 20 to 25 minutes almost
before stuff starts happening.
Yeah, setting up their relationship and how
it's really cute.
Yeah, is she moving away or something? I can't remember what's happening. It's going to be like one of the last times she's babysitting for him, right?
Yeah.
Or is that the other movie I'm confusing it with?
Very similar.
We watched two very similar movies.
And Better Watch Out.
So I'm not sure. Either way, he believes that he's getting too old to have a babysitter, and he thinks he's the last one to actually have one. But
he's a very timid kid, this protagonist and stuff, and so I don't know. Once again, the relationship between him and Samara Weaving's character. She's the hottie, but yet she's nerdy. Yeah, and they're them geeking out together and talking about like the crew they would take on a ship to go out and stuff.
In space,
it was really fun, man. And but she's super hot too, so it's like, I mean, you can tell he's got a crush on her, but I mean, what guy didn't have a crush on their hot older babysitter? I mean, come on now.
And so she's scheduled to babysit him that night, and he talks to his best girlfriend at school, and she basically is like,
right
well, you know, lives across the street, basically.
The girl next door.
She says, you know what they get up to after you go to bed, right? And he's like, no, what? And she's like, oh, they have parties, did she orgies?
Somebody said orgy at one point, and he Googled orgy.
But yeah, and so he decides to act like he's going to sleep. She gives him, she tries to give him a shot.
Yeah.
And,
a shot of liquor.
A shot of liquor, and he doesn't want to go to sleep, and so he basically tricks her and pours it out before she sees. And so she thinks he's going to bed, and he acts like he is, and then waits and basically ends up staying up and sneaking down or to the top of the stairs when she does inevitably have some friends over, and they're playing Spin the Bottle.
Yep.
And
but there's someone who feels out of place with this particular group, and you find out very quickly why that person is there. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's not going to ruin it. This is the crux of the plot, really.
Yeah.
So they basically dare her to kiss everyone in the group, essentially, and
just one kiss is real nasty.
Yeah, but she gets to this nerdy kid that, again, like Fuego said, feels out of place.
And you saw her talking to him earlier in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
And so one would assume to invite him to the party, but he basically stands up, and she's tells him to close her eyes, and she essentially raises her arms up and stabs him with two big butcher knives right into the head, causing this blood fountain where her and the friends are trying to bring cups out to catch the blood in order to enact some kind of satanic ritual that she's got this big Satan book of.
And there's a funny bit with the clotting and then it coming all out at one particular time on this one character.
One guy continues to get all this blood sprayed on him at all times. I know I got AIDS now.
3 and 4 people got an STD. Ah!
He's so funny. So, but there's actually another character that I want to talk about acting-wise that was awesome as well. But anyway, I just
That's
thought
the crux of the story.
that is the crux of the story, and
it
it was very enjoyable the way it played out, in spite of how silly it kind of sounds. It's then, you know, they catch wind of him knowing too much, and he has to try and make it through the night without being the next target. And how that plays out is, I thought, very interesting and a little.
Well, and he was also playing a role in the ritual as well, as you find out.
True. True. But yeah, it's, I don't know. Let's move into the acting. I thought all of the characters were really fun in their own way.
Yeah, they're all unique and different, and they
had the jock, and you
maybe
had the
stereotype, but you know, they all played to the stereotype in a very tongue-in-cheek fashion that I thought worked really well. Like especially the cheerleader, you shot me in the tit. No one's gonna want me anymore.
Yeah, that was so funny. She was my favorite one. She was so hilarious.
Yeah,
the blonde cheerleader.
She was good.
Red
hair, actually. Yeah.
Oh, was she red hair? Okay, yeah.
Red hair.
Oh, it's because the blonde is the main girl, but she was wearing a yellow cheerleader suit, so I kept thinking blonde.
Yeah, and she got blood on her suit or jacket or whatever, and she gets all pissed off. And, yeah,
it's just really funny, and the kid I thought did a great job.
I did too. Why does he have his shirt off? But why does he have his shirt off?
Is that really the first question you have to ask? And so let's not spoil any more about the story. We did like the acting.
It essentially becomes this kid going against, to some degree. He's trying to work over his fears and his pussiness, as he says at one point in time. And he's like, "Mom, am I a pussy?" And she's like, "What? Why would you say something like that?" Yeah. The dynamic between the parents is actually a really funny thing too, where like you wonder if they're splitting up, and they go on this little staycation.
Ken Marino. It's played by Ken Marino, and
the girl looks familiar too. I can't remember what she's in.
Oh God, I can't remember.
I know
her
she
name
was in
off the top
Trick
of my
or
head.
Treat and got killed at the
She was in
beginning.
Trick or Treat. She was in Iron Man 2 as the reporter that he sleeps with, and then she started out on the TV show Popular. Actually, she was in the 2 seasons of that show.
Popular.
She was really she was the popular bitch in that show. So
but the parents were funny. All the characters were funny. Performances that, despite being a little goofy at times, but that was the intent. That was like the tone of the film, and it fit just very, very well, I thought. Yeah, but also juggling those dramatic elements, especially in the finale. Between the babysitter and the kid. It honestly made me sad.
Yeah, the callback got to me a little bit too.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, God, this is where I want to spoil. But,
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
The big bad comment, I thought was perfect.
Oh yeah,
really, really, and it almost brought it back to where it should be, as opposed to making me feel super sentimental. So it was well balanced once again.
It really was. It really was.
I liked this movie a lot more than I was expecting to. I thought it was going to be crappy, but it was very good, and it balanced a lot of tones very well too, I think.
And there's a lot of fun things to remember about it. Like, there's a lot of dialogue there at the end. Like, dude, like, essentially, did you see what you just did? Like, it was really cool. So
where he redeemed himself from the bullies a little bit.
That guy, that freaking bully
kid
too.
Was terrible.
Jesus,
all the nicknames that he had for him.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, he was. All the characters did a hell of a job. I want to jump into the effects and stuff though, and the gore and whatnot. Yeah. It was a very visually appealing movie, especially when they were like putting the like stats and stuff on screen and whatnot, and like the little character in thoughts and whatnot. I mean, you can tell Mikchi is a very talented director from a visual standpoint. Most music video directors are, and he brought a very polished visual flair to this film. I think he really did.
Absolutely, yeah, and it was. Outside of just those sort of digital effects, the gore effects were awesome and super worthwhile if you are a fan of gore, because there's a ton of it. It's not like Evil Dead it's not like Evil Dead remake kind of gore. It's like Evil Dead 2 kind of gore.
Yeah, it brought on a similar tone with the gore, where it's really over the top and played for laughs for the most part.
But you know, all the better for it.
Yeah, the shotgun blast was great.
The shotgun blast was great. Yeah. There was a lot of crazy stuff, actually. And I keep wanting to talk about deaths from Better Watch Out. These movies are so similar.
Very similar.
But still very different at the same time.
That's because one was the movie as advertised, and the other was something completely different, which actually worked to its strengths and made these movies very different, despite the a similar setup.
Right.
So
right. Exactly.
Or so you think.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, guys, The Babysitter is very worth your time. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm sure a lot of you already have because everyone has Netflix and they all.
So we both
saw the thumbnail of the cheerleader just laying there. I'm sure that got a lot of clicks.
Yeah, Samara Weaving is a babe. She's an Aussie. She's also in a film with Glenn from his name I can't remember.
Oh, she's in Mayhem.
She's in Mayhem. Yeah. So
okay,
she had a double dose of horrificness going on. So
I still wanted to watch Mayhem for our list.
That was another one I wanted to watch. Creep 2 just came out today on Netflix.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I did put down that we might postpone it till next week if we can think of a different.
The only reason I suggested it was because I was like, we could at least have more time.
Well, and now I saw your post about Hounds of Love, thinking I really missed out on that.
It's really good. It's not a happy film at all. But
yeah, well, you got to review that while you're here today too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're talking about other movies.
Sorry,
we need
guys.
to talk about now.
We just went off on a rabbit trail.
But The Babysitter was amazing. Make sure you give it a chance. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias. I've been Jaime Fuego.
Click the link in the description box down below for the merch store if you want to help support the channel via getting yourself some really cool swag with either our logos or some really cool horror art. Again, if you do so, you'll be supporting the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Until next time, though, remember, stay scared!